Wife of 20 years is having EA, is traveling to visit AP to likely cheat physically and wants to keep both relationships. I'm just lost and destroyed. My wife of 20 years recently reconnected with a friend from the military. They met in training but had a fight 17 years ago, and fell out of touch, but a few months ago she sent my wife a card and they reconnected. Their friendship quickly intensified but seemed to be a healthy and caring friendship. She went and visited the AP lives across the country a couple months ago and she asserts that nothing happened during the trip. However, over the course of the last month their conversations have apparently turned romantic to the point of S-timing and phone S-time. I discovered the affair yesterday and confronted her about it. She admits everything and answered all my questions but refuses to end the affair. She had scheduled a trip to visit again next week before the affair started and is also refusing to cancel her trip and openly admits that it's likely that she will be physically intimate with the AP on the trip. She said she also doesn't want to lose me and says she wants to keep both relationships. She says our life can be the same and she'll be even more helpful to the family. She'll just chat with the AP and go see her twice a year. In her words, splitting up would be a nightmare of work and struggle, staying together is no work. When we talk about it she keeps saying that ending the marriage might be her fault but it's my choice because she wants both. She says that she doesn't care if I have S-time with other women or even have a similar relationship to the one she has, but I'm 40 and not looking to go date and fling with random women or something. I just want the love of my life. We have 2 kids and a mortgage, and a whole life we've built together, and I don't want to lose my best friend, but I'm utterly devastated and I feel completely alone. During the same time as her trip I have a trip with our 2 children to visit my family, who live out of state, so I can't really do anything significant until we get back, and I don't want to ruin the trip for my children and mom, but I don't know how I'm supposed to somehow just pretend this isn't all happening for that trip. I don't know if I'm strong enough to destroy my life to save myself this pain, and she's counting on it to get what she wants. Story 2, she cheated. I don't know what to do. We've been dating for 2 years, friends for 4. Truly felt like she was the one. Everything between us holds weight, feels sacred. She cheated and I feel like I'm losing my mind. We've been long distance for the last year. Everything was fine. We were in a good place. Then she started hanging out with a guy she works with. Hanging out started in public, then moved to his house. I get a gut feeling, ask about it. She says he just kissed me. More questions, long story short, they made out on the couch, he takes her top off, she's on top of him, she gets carried to his bed. Apparently that's when she says I can't do this, and asks him to drive her home. She then goes back the next day and they end up making out again. She seems remorseful. That first night, she said he kept giving her drinks to the point that her vision was blurry and she can't remember all the details. She is adamant that they did not have S-time and that pants stayed on. I thought he was just my friend. We planned on getting married. We did everything together. On telephone constantly. All that long distance stuff. I'm confused. She said she was drunk. I don't know if I want to end a relationship over 2 makeout sessions. But it is betrayal, no matter how you slice it. It is a blind side, and it's effed. I keep getting pulled in both directions. I will not stand for it, and I will not pour into a woman who betrays me like that. But at the same time, I feel like what I have with her is too valuable to throw away. She seems remorseful. She said she was drunk. She said there was no attraction. I don't believe it, but I do. I know asking strangers for their take isn't the best way to go about this, but I have no one to talk to about this. I would appreciate any genuine thoughts you have on this. Can this be reconciled? Am I a fool if I do? Redditor's reactions, story 3 after. Redditor 1, she wasn't drunk for 2 straight days. She made a sober decision to go back the second day. She is clearly lying, and you want to believe her truth so badly. She almost assuredly had time with him. She went back the second day. You can't reconcile that with her words. Redditor 2, so the first time she was drunk and he took advantage of her, but yet she climbed on top of him with her top off, right? Then you confront her and she goes back again sober to do it again. Okay, you might value your relationship, but it's quite evident she does not. I hope you're not waiting for the third time. Good luck, my friend. Redditor 3, she not telling the whole truth. If it was a drunk mistake first night, why go back and do it again? She failed girlfriend test, cut bait man. Redditor follow up, when it comes to cheating, once may be a mistake depending on the context. Twice is enemy action. Story 3, got cheated on by GF 24 of 7 years while abroad. How do I move on? I literally feel so numb at the moment. Am I overreacting? So basically I am abroad for my study program. I left in the end of August and will go back home end of December. Me and my GF had a what I thought very strong relationship. Even though we had our struggles in the relationship, religious differences, I always believed our love would conquer this. She was my lover and best friend. I shared everything with her, she also did the same with me. I trusted her. She had my bank details, knows about my insecurities, my childhood traumas, etc. I supported her during her depression and always was there for emotional support. So last night, said girlfriend told me she made out with a guy from her internship, while the two of them went to the cinema. She says she deeply regrets it, that it was a one-time thing and that she doesn't want to be in contact with him again. The worst thing is, she kept it from me for a week. During this time, we had daily contact in which she stated that she misses me, and that the cinema was not the same without me. She told me she still loves me, and that everything she said in this week of hiding was true. Even though she said this, I ended things. Also some things that are bothering to me. We abstained from intercourse heavy make-out sessions for a couple of months some years ago, because it made her feel guilty towards her religion. I respected this. While all this was happening, I was laying sick in bed with pneumonia. I even told her how lonely I felt because I was sick in a foreign country. The worst thing is, I feel like I miss her, which angers me so much. She was the only real person I had contact with daily. We told each other everything. I feel so weak for this. I feel so shitty. How did you guys move on from this? I legit just want to give up on life, my studies, etc. I am really considering packing up and going home right now. Redditor's reactions, story 4 after. Redditor 1, why would you want to run away from this? Focus on yourself, man. She is not worth your attention or time anymore. Cut contact with her. It may be just about time to explore. Redditor 2, you are at a low and you have to be careful not to let the grief influence you to take actions that could have a bad consequence for you. Just plug away one foot in front of the other, and when time passes you will notice something seems funny or looks appealing. That is the sign of coming out of it. Meanwhile, stay busy and perhaps take up exercise as a hobby. Winning is living a satisfying life in the end. Redditor 3, it's a reasonable reaction given the circumstances. I get the frustration of the situation, but it's happened and that's it. You've ended the relationship. You now need to grieve it. I wouldn't read into the delay too much. She probably need to work up the courage to tell you because she recognized the consequences. That or someone else threatened to spill the beans to you if she didn't. Doesn't really matter now. Now is the time to put your own interest first. 1. Go and stay North Carolina. 2. Rearrange your living space. 3. Find a new hobby. 4. Stay social. 5. Stay active and keep exercising. Honestly, there is no better time to be single than abroad. Have fun. Reddit. 4. Realize that if she truthfully wanted to stay with you, she would not have behaved like this. While you were genuine in your feelings, she is not. Once you see her for who she really is, you just divest yourself of the feelings you have had for her as they are based on the lie she portrayed her to be. Just wrap your head around who she turned out to be and let go of it all. She could have been meant this to break with you. Sorry op. Story 4, am I out of line for being as upset as I am? Greetings all. I have recently encountered a snag in my relationship with my GF of 10 years. What I will describe is what I know of the situation, as it was discovered by me. Approximately 6 months ago, my GF started a new job waitressing. She loves it, way more than her last job which she hated. Fast forward a few months, and I start noticing odd behavior. She has always been a kind person. It gets her into trouble far more often than not. She likes to be there for people. She approaches me one day with a radical request. The other people at the restaurant have been giving this kid a couch to sleep on, drifting from place to place. She wants to take him in because she feels bad for him. His ex broke his heart. The typical bleeding heart story. I'm uncomfortable with this, and I deny the request. I explain why I'm uncomfortable, and the issue seems to pass. Now a few months later, she approaches me, asking me to become friends with this guy. I don't mean a simple request either. She gets angry when I refuse, leading to an argument over the topic. The issue seems to pass again, though this time with an argument as a result. Within days of that incident, something feels wrong. I can't explain it. I confront her and ask her what's going on. She's now coming home late from work all the time, moody when at home. All of her feels off. She admits to having discussions with this guy. Her and I have been kind of rocky for a while, says it was nothing physical, but OFC deleted everything pertaining to what they have discussed. All of it. This is not the first time she has deleted things that she felt would make me upset. I have let it go in the past. This time is a lot harder. I broke it off, and for about a week we have been trying to come to terms. I love her, but my ex-wife broke me with lying and cheating. I want to believe she is a better woman than my ex was, I really do. The problem is, she still works with him. He still texts her about how much he wants to be with her and only her. She says she can't simply ignore him. They are both managers and have to have a line of communication. She says they bonded because of talking to each other about their problems. She continues to swear it wasn't anything serious, but I saw those drunk texts roll in last night. I've been that drunken fool once or twice in my life, spilling my heart out to a woman. It seems like he is very caught up in feelings for her for something that never went past a certain point. She has a real hard time looking me in the eye. I can't help but feel there is more to the story than I know of. It's eating me alive inside. I don't want to harp on it, but my head won't let go. My instincts are screaming at me. Am I wrong for being upset? I really want to know. Edit, I should note, she claims to have asked him to back off. But in a very light manner, as if leaving the door open a crack, or maybe to spare his feelings I'd. Edit 2, I should also note she claims pushing me to be his friend, and giving him a place to stay were platonic. and any heavy discussions they may have had took place after those. Redditor's reactions, Story 5 after. Redditor 1, it's nice that she's sparing someone's feelings, pity it's not your feelings. You are not out of line. Deleting text messages is proof enough of inappropriate relationship in my books. I'd welcome her to live with Captain Couch Surfer and pursue him to her heart's desire, and not to use me for security and financial support any longer. I know that sounds rough, but she knew your history, and is repeating classic cheater behaviors. Redditor 2, you know your gut is right. Enforce your boundaries. Probably time to figure out where she is spending the unaccounted for time. Op answer, as much as I want to forgive and forget, you are right. I just wish I was worth telling the truth to. That part hurts the most. That she feels she has the right to adjudicate what I am allowed to know. Redditor 3, either she quits that job immediately or there's no point in even discussing the situation. If she refuses to do that, just leave. It's obvious she can't keep working there and continue a relationship with you. She's already cheating with this guy, at least emotionally. Story 5, exhausting but. I-32M. 8 months since D-Day. It is exhausting to heal. It is exhausting to have someone that rejected you, betrayed you, left you, started a new life with someone else, somewhere far and unreachable, yet still lives rent-free in your head. It is exhausting to practice stillness. It is very exhausting to miss the person that I once had great memories together. It is exhausting to wish karma catches up on them now in the most horrible way. It is exhausting to feel the sharp pain in my heart whenever the images of her pop up in my head. It is exhausting to move on, vacate them out of my head and be completely indifferent towards her. But I'm on my way there. I won't give up. I'm not a freaking coward. Sharp pain. Sure, the more the better. I will be more resilient after this. Exhausting. It's okay, I will get out of this shitstorm a better person. I am bigger than my thoughts and emotions. It is okay to be sad and feel what you are feeling in the beginning. It was a phase we have to go through, but not a good idea to just sit on it and held on to the same thoughts and emotions for too long. At some point, we have to let go. I am letting go, slowly and painfully. I'm so far from the starting line. Nobody knew how deep of a dark place I was thrown into except me. At that moment, I couldn't imagine I could reach where I am now. It was hell of a journey, 8 months digging myself out of that shithole, every day, inch after inch. Hitting a brick wall or any setback is something I had gotten used to. I had never thought of giving up, because the only option left is to keep digging, fighting. I was left with trauma, good. Out-of-body experience, good. Brain was burned out, good. PTSD, good. Anxiety, good. Heart was stabbed, repeated, good. A more fatty. Make use of it. Love it. It only meant one thing, that I am human too, and I have feelings too. We don't get to experience this very often in our life. Make it as a fuel. I rewired my brain. Overwritten everything in my brain with new knowledge. Be better. Be tougher. This is the type of event that either breaks you or changes you. I chose change by throwing away all the bad habits and filled my life with good habits. I'd managed to quit alcohol, cigarettes and mindlessly scrolling through social media for hours, and filled my life with good habits such as gym, books, meditation and journaling. I like the person I am becoming, and each day am voting to become the new person I wanted to be by repeating the newly developed good habits and ditching the bad ones permanently. I took the person who cheated on me as a bad habit too. I am still in the healing process and I know I am getting there. I have no idea when I will reach the finish line, but I'm in a place where I missed that rage. That rage that fuels me to change. That rage that pushed me past my limits in the gym. That positive rage is slowly dispersing. I hope that's the sign of me letting go. There are days that I embrace the journey and there are days where I hate every second of it. Today is one of those days that I hate it, so I wrote everything down. By the end of this paragraph, I felt great. This post is just me wanting to write and share my progress. Thank you for reading. Sorry for my bad writings, English is not my mother's tongue. Update, 11 months out, healing complete, I'm normal again. I 32M, 3 years with my ex 28F. She threw it all away for a new guy she met on a vacation. Manipulated me afterwards, left me, left state and moved in nearer to her new partner. Here's what I need to share to those who just started their healing journey. The energy focus generated from the sufferings of infidelity is unreal. When we can't change the situation, we change ourselves. Once you are thrown into the deep, dark exit hole, my only advice to everyone here is, make use of the sufferings. Love the sufferings and make the days count. Be prepared for the next big opportunity, don't wait and bleed. Change. Rebuild. Improve. I can assure you, once you cross to the other side, you will miss the energy, the intensity, the focus and determination. I'm almost 11 months out, it's a very long and painful journey to reach where I am now, and I am here to tell everyone here who just got buried deep in the exit hole by their cheating partner and having the thought that you will never make it to the other side, you will. You will cross the finish line. The pain is finite. The mind movies will stop. The anger and rage will subside. The fire in your brain will go out. You will laugh like a normal person. You will not want the karma bus to hit them anymore. You will wish them nothing. You will not wish them at all. You will be normal again. If you had been long wanting to improve your mind, health, physique and ditching die-hard habits, this is your time, because one day the sufferings and pain will be gone and that energy and focus will be gone with it too. It will heal, but don't just sit there and wait for it to heal. I've been there, the darkness, the clouds, the wanting the karma bus to hit them yesterday, the intense mind movies, intrusive thoughts, the racing heart, the anxiety, the out-of-body experience and etc. Here are the few key weapons of mine. 1. Read. The only way for me to escape my mind was through words. Reading was a great tool to escape my mind, temporary. Self-help or fiction, both works. Self-help books was a tool for me to build a new mind. A new mind which is very similar to the old ones but better and improved. Fiction books helped me with my imaginations. PTSD was so bad my whole mind was streaming mind movies about her 24/7. The imaginations section of my brain stopped functioning, but from reading fiction books, I slowly regained my ability to imagine other stuff, or should I say normal stuff. 2. Write as what other members had advised. Writing journaling will clear your mind. Be very honest with your paper, no stones left unturned. Write just about everything that is going through your mind and how you felt. It does not have to be well organized, just write. At the beginning of this journey, I wrote and wrote and wrote until my brain calms TF down. Although the fire on my brain will light up again the next morning, at least I was able to put the fires out temporarily. 3. Practice mindfulness. Observe your thoughts and be very aware of your thoughts. When you realize that you are consumed or overwhelmed by the thoughts of your cheating partner, recenter your mind, be still. Focus on the present, focus on your breathing. The more you do this, the easier it is for you to pull yourself out of those mind movies. It's like a muscle, you need to train your brain to become stronger, and it will be much more easier to catch yourself being consumed by those mind movies and snap yourself out of it. For the forbidden pre-workout, I had been lifting for 10 years, but this event had given me energy and focus I never felt before throughout my lifting years. Pre-workout supplements can't match this energy. We call this the forbidden pre. I'm in the best shape of my life, and damn, I miss those energy. The intensity is gone, and I know it's gone for good. It just meant that I've moved on. So while you are in this acid hole, make use of it, grind hard, and you will thank this. For those who might be thinking to themselves, what if you can't find a replacement to forget and move on from your cheating ex, or you didn't get to witness the karma bus to hit them, so you will stuck at where you are now forever? Rest assured, I'm here to tell you that I did not meet someone else, I did not throw myself out there. Karma bus haven't hit them yet, and in fact one of our mutual friend told me that she's getting married with that guy on their first year anniversary. I didn't feel sad or anything, but at that very moment, I only thought to myself, too fast, it won't end well, and that's it. Nothing manifest out of that news. I'm very happy with where I am, who I am now, and I wish to continue being this person and not the old me. Happiness is not what I sought after anymore after D-Day. I just want to be normal. I want to think like a normal person, to have normal thoughts like, should I have cereal for breakfast or peanut butter toast? Or should I wake up on leg day or back day, or my boss is in a shoal today, and so on. My brain was fried and PTSD was real. I thought it only happens in movies, but damn, it was one hell of a sickness. There were no normal thoughts and imagination after PTSD. The thoughts were all 100% made up of them. I still think of my ex once in a while, but there were no pain attached to those thoughts anymore. I had been observing emotion and my thoughts for a few weeks now, and I am proud to say, I had make it to the other side, and I hope everyone else here to have some faith in yourself. You will make it. You need movement, keep pushing forward. Keep improving to prepare yourself for the next big opportunity.